Okay, guys, fine. Okay, so in the last class, okay, last class I was not well, so I couldn't take your class. So today we shall go for the map hierarchy and we shall understand the inbuilt methods. Okay, and I mean, did we learn about inbuilt methods of map hierarchy? Methods of map hierarchy, did we learn, everyone? We have learned what is map, what is key, what is value. I think we have not learned what is key value pair. Okay, fine. Okay, I don't remember if you have studied or not. Okay, let me explain you once again. Okay, so we shall go to paint. Okay, so in a map, okay, in a map we have three children, that is hash table, tree map, and hash map. So in a map, actually, we have every value. For every value, there is a key. Okay, so all the data will be in the form of all the data will be in the form of key equal to value pair. Key equal to value pair. All the data will be in the form of key equal to value pair, and one key equal to value pair is called as one entry. One key equal to value pair called as one entry. Okay, and suppose we want to add an entry to the map. Suppose we want to add an entry to the map. We have a method called as put of key comma value method. Okay, wherein we will add one value to the map. Okay, this method put of key comma value method is used to add an entry into the map. Okay, suppose if the key is already present, then the old value will be replaced with new value. Old value will be replaced with new value. Okay, next, suppose you want to copy, or if you want to initialize with all of the elements, like suppose if you have a map, okay, and all the elements are inside this map. Okay, now this put all of map method, this method is used to copy, okay, what all the existing entries are there. No, entries means key value pairs. All the entries will be copied into a new map. Okay, so it will be passed from one map to another map. So whatever the map you have mentioned, no, these map elements or entries will come into a new map. Okay, next we have get of key value, get of key method. This get of key method will return the value associated with the key. Value associated with the key. It will return value associated with key. Okay, next key set method. Key set method. The key set method, okay, key set method returns set of keys. Returns set of keys. Okay, next values method. Values method returns list of values. Values method returns list of values. Okay, and next method contains key of key value method. Contains key of key value method. This method returns the key. Okay, returns true if the key is present. This method contains key of key method will return true, returns true if whatever the key we have mentioned is present. It will return false if the key whatever we have mentioned is not present. Okay, next contains value of value method. Contains value of value method. Okay, it will return true. Okay, if whatever the value we have mentioned is present in the map. If the value whatever we have mentioned is not there in the map, it will return false. Okay, now key value pair is called as one entry. Key value pair is called as one entry. Okay, now here there is a method called as entry set method. There is a method called as entry set method. This method returns set of key value pairs. Returns set of key value pairs. Returns set of key value pairs. Okay, next there is a method called as size method. it will tell how many entries are there in the map. It will tell how many entries are there. Entries means key value pairs are there. How many key value pairs are there in the map is told by the size method. Is told by the size method. Okay. Now there is a clear method here also. This clear method clears all keys and values. Clears all keys and values from the map. Keys and values from the map. Okay. So these are the few inbuilt methods of the map hierarchy. Okay. Now, since map is an interface, okay, map is an interface. Now we have to take the child classes. Okay, we have to check the child classes like hash table, tree map, or hash map for using those methods and creating an object. For using those methods present in map interface and to create an object, we shall go for any of the classes. So first let us take a hash map. Okay, hash map. So if you're taking hash map here, okay, the hash map, okay, the hash map here, what it will do is, hash map, it is a concrete implementing class of map interface. Concrete implementing class of map interface. Concrete implementing class of map interface, that is our hash map. Okay, it is present in, this hash map is present in java.util package. Java.util package. Okay, and all the inbuilt methods of map interface will be inherited into hash map. All the methods of map interface will be inherited into the hash map. Okay, and here insertion order is not maintained. Insertion order is not maintained. Okay, so insertion order is not maintained here. So whatever we give in order wise, it will not be there. Okay, and here all the data is stored in the form of key equal to value pair. All the data, whatever data we have, every value will have one key. So all the data is stored in the form of key equals to value pairs. Okay, and one more important thing to note here is, okay, the keys here in the hash map, key cannot be duplicate. But value can be duplicate. Key cannot be duplicate, wherein value can be duplicate, and key can be null, and value also can be null. Key can be null, value also can be null. Okay, so remember this, key cannot be duplicate and value can be duplicate in the hash map. Okay, in the hash map. Now here key and value both can be null. Okay, now let us discuss about the constructors of this hash map. Let us discuss about constructors of hash map. Okay, the constructors of hash map are hash map of no argument constructor. This hash map of no argument constructor, which will create an empty hash map object. Okay, hash map of no argument will create a empty hash map object. Okay, next, hash map of map constructor. It will create a hash map object. And it will what it will do is, what all the members we have in the what all the entries we have in the map, okay, it will be copied to the new hash map object. Okay, hash map of map, whatever the entries is there in the map, okay, it will be copied into a new hash map object, into newly created hash map object. Okay, now See, if you want to create an object for hash map like this, we can create hash map of okay. Okay, so here hash map of reference is equal to new hash map of no argument constructor. So if you are creating hash map, you have to create a generic map. You have to create a generic map by specifying the type of key and value. We have to create a generic map by specifying the key and value of the map. So key and value both has to be told. Okay, we have to create a generic map by specifying the type of key and value, and here also type of key value. Okay, so this is how we go for generalization. Now what we shall do is we shall go for a program, but your counselor is here. Okay, we shall resume back after requirement announcement. Yes, Pushpa, you can carry on.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, guys. This is Pushpa from announcement team. Guys, is my voice is audible to everyone? Okay, thank you. Guys, today I'm here to announce the requirements. I will be sharing my screen now. Guys, this is testing requirement. Please take a snap of this slide. Guys, I hope screen is visible to everyone. In case screen is not visible, please refresh the page once. Okay. Guys, for the first requirement, designation is device test engineer. Those are completed manual testing they can apply, and it is only for male candidates. Okay. And guys, for the second requirement, designation is trainee. Those are completed manual SQL and Java Selenium. They can apply for this requirement, and it is for BE BTech students, streams civil only. Those are passed out in 2022 and 2023. They can apply. Okay. Guys, if you are eligible for this requirement, you need to share your details to the HR in QTalk app. Okay, and these requirements also posted in QTalk app. Please contact your HR for further clarification. Guys, I hope it's done. I stop sharing my screen now. And guys, last class we update web technology new batch, which was supposed to start on 23rd, has been postponed on 25th October. Okay. If you have any queries, please let me know, guys. Guys, please respond. Any doubts? Are you done with the screenshot, right? Okay, Samiksha. Guys, others? Okay, guys. So these are updates for today class. Thank you, guys. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, guys, we shall resume back. Okay, so here, okay, excuse me once again. Okay, guys, we shall resume back. Okay, so here, yeah. So we have started with a hash map. We have studied inbuilt methods and the constructors of the hash map. So we shall study about the members. Okay, so okay, we shall remove all of this. Shall go to our project. E23 under collection framework, we shall create one class. The class name will be HashMap program. HashMap program. Okay, it is HashMap program. Okay, now so now here we shall go for main method. Okay, see this hash map and these three are all very easy. It's very just very simple and very easy. Now we shall create an object for hash map generalization. Shall, as a key we shall take an integer and as a value we shall take a string. As a key we shall take integer and as a value we shall take a string and a hash map. Okay, here the hash map is present in util package, so let us import util package. Java dot util dot hash map. Now, as a generalization, we have gone for integer and string. Integer comma string. Hash map hm is equal to new hash map of argument constructor. So it's not mandatory to write the generalization on both the sides. One side, if you write, that's fine. But if you want, you can write here also. Integer comma string. Okay. Next, suppose here we can just add elements. Here we can't remove and all. Just it shall just check elements there. Okay, how many elements are there? Okay, what is the list? I mean, what is the um, group of entry sets? Okay, like group of keys and group of values we can get. We shall check if the element is there or not. Okay, only these operations can be done here. Okay, so let us add elements here. So hm dot, we shall go for put method. Put method is a method to add an entry. Just now we have studied. Push method is a method to add an entry. So put off. So here we shall enter random numbers with the random values. Random number with random values. So we have entered 3 and in the value place, okay, in the value place shall write flower. Okay, in the value place we shall write flower. Next hm dot put method of. Since we can have the key and value both null here, so both null only we will take once. Okay, next hm dot put method of. Okay, hm dot put method of 2 and here we shall go for fruit. Okay, we shall go for fruit. Next hm dot put method of 2 comma vegetables. 2 comma vegetables. Okay, next hm dot put method of 1 comma flower. 1 comma flower. Okay, next. Okay, these are enough. Now we let us print the hm. So you will see that first you'll get null. Okay, and next you'll get 1 flower. Next 3 flower. Next 2 vegetables. You'll not get 2 fruit because 2 fruit was there. Okay, but 2 fruit again we are using the key. Same key we are using and we are giving one value means it is reinitializing. Earlier fruit was there, but now it is vegetables. Okay, 2 was having fruit, but the same 2 key, key 2 we have used again for the vegetables. Okay, so now you'll be getting output as null equal to null, 1 equal to fruit, 2 equal to vegetables, and 3 equals to flower. Okay, let us execute. So we shall get a entries here. Okay, so we have the entries here. Null equal to null, 1 equal to flower, 2 equal to vegetables, and 3 equals to flower. So the element, that is keys, are already sorted. Okay, the keys whatever we enter, no, it will be sorted. Okay, next here, suppose we want to get a value associated with one key. Okay, suppose if you want to get a value associated with a key, so put of key, that is 2. Okay, now let us print this. One second. Put of, okay, one second. Okay, okay, that is get of, yeah, get of key methods. Get of key. Okay, so get of key method underdefined. Okay, one second. Okay, so there is a method called as get of key. With that method will return the value associated with a particular key. Okay, so keys are currently the integers. So get of key, that is 2. Why are we getting the error here? Okay, so we have to go for hm dot get of key. Okay, variable dot method name. That is why we were getting. So let us print it. So hm dot get of key method. So at the key 2, okay, at the key number 2 we have vegetables. Okay, and now we will get a data, that is vegetables here. If you run the code, we shall get vegetables. Okay, so with the help of key we shall easily get vegetables, I mean whatever the value associated with it. Next, find out the key. Okay, next to if you want a set of keys, okay, separately if you want a set of keys, we shall go for set of keys, we shall go for key set method. Okay, hm dot key set method. So we shall find all the keys here in a row, in a ascending order. Everything is there, null 1 2 3. Okay, next, after this we shall go for hm dot values method. Okay, now values method will return a list of values. Values method will return a list of values. This list of values is based on list of keys. So if you see here, can you see here, flower, vegetable, fruit, null, flower, vegetable, fruit. Same thing here also, null, flower, vegetable, fruits. So based on the key, okay, the values are properly sorted. Okay, now, so if you want to get a list of values, you can go for values method. Next, suppose we want to know if the whatever the key we have mentioned is present or not. Okay, suppose if you have to know whatever the key, okay, whatever the key we have mentioned is present or not. Okay, now here we shall go for hm dot contains of object key, contains key of key. So we shall go for 1. If the key is present, we shall get the true. Okay, so currently key is present, so we will get true here. We will be getting true. Okay, next we shall do the same for the value. Okay, hm dot contains value of value. So contains value of value, we shall go for a fruit, or we shall go for vegetables. Okay, we have to go for vegetables. So since vegetable is present here, vegetables is present, we shall get a true. But if I change a case, at least one number if I do, or if I change the case, the string will be different, because string is case sensitive, you will get a false. Okay, so we should have the vegetables. Okay, so this is how we shall check if the given value is present in the map or not, the hash map or not. Okay, next, entry set method. Entry set method will return a set of key value pairs. Okay, entry set method will return a set of key value pairs. Now hm dot entry set method. hm dot entry set method. So hm dot entry set method, we shall get all the entries. Okay, just like we print hm, here also we shall get all the entries. Can you see here? All the entries are present. Okay, it will return all the entries. All the entries. That means key value pairs. Now, suppose we want to know the size of the hash map. Size of the hash map. Size is, we know, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we shall see the what is the size of the hash map. Shall go for hm dot size method. So we shall execute it. Okay, so we have four entries. We have 4 entries. Okay, now after that we shall go for clearing. Okay, clearing. That is hm dot clear method. So everything will get cleared. Okay, suppose if you print this. Okay, suppose if we print this. Okay, it is not accepting println statement. Now here we shall go for printing a hm only, so that we will come to know how many elements are there. Okay, now after clearing we are going for printing hm. Okay, so what we have? Nothing. We have nothing. Okay, since we have nothing, which means we have already cleared. Okay, so this is about a hash map. Okay, now so okay, so these methods uses okay, so what we shall do here? Okay, let me write here. Or okay, I will send notes in that, it will be there. Fine. Okay, now we have done so much in one program. Now hash map is there. This is about a hash map. Okay, now let us get into one more map, that is tree map. Let us get into one more map called as tree map, that is a child of map interface. Okay, next. So here, okay, so here now let us learn about a tree map. Tree map. So tree map is a concrete implementing class of implementing class of map interface. Concrete implementing class of map interface. And here order of insertion, that is insertion order, is not maintained. Insertion order of elements is not maintained. Insertion order is not maintained. Okay, next. Now here all the entries will be sorted. In a ascending order, that is natural order. In an ascending order, it will be sorted. Okay, with respect to the keys. Okay, all the entries will be sorted in an ascending order with respect to the keys. Okay, and always whatever the keys we have to mention, no, they should be of comparable type. If whatever the elements we are mentioning, if it is not of comparable type, we shall get class cast exception. Okay, whatever the keys we mention in our tree map, okay, if the elements or the keys, if they are not of comparable type, if they are not of comparable type, then we shall get class cast exception. Okay, and here key cannot be null. Earlier in the hash map, key can be null and value can be null, but in the tree map, key cannot be null. If so, if the key is null, we shall get a null pointer exception. Okay, when if the key is null. If the key is null, we shall get null pointer exception. Suppose if the keys are not of comparable type. Comparable type means, suppose if you take some values like 4, 5, 6, these are all comparable. Okay, but if you're taking 4, character A, string BC, like that, if you're taking, these are not of comparable types. Okay, so it means comparable type means you have to take elements of one type, so that it will be of comparable. Okay, now here, so after this you have to know keys cannot be null, as well as values here can be null. Values can be null. Okay, so values can be null, but key cannot be null, because key values can be duplicate and they can be null, they can be whatever they want. But here keys are associated with every value. Every value is also associated with the key, so key cannot be null. That means we can't change. Suppose if you have a date of birth, we can't change that. Okay, we can change our appearance, we can't change our date of birth. So like that, you cannot change the key, you can change the values. Okay, now this is about a tree map. Now let us break down this into our program. So we shall create one class here. The class is, shall go for, okay, that is tree map. Tree map program. Okay, now here go for main method. Okay, now here shall go for creating an object for tree map, and generalization we shall go for double comma string. Okay, now let us import tree map from util package. Import java.util.tree map. Okay, next shall create a strings. tm is equal to new tree map of no argument constructor. It's not mandatory to generalize both the sides, but if you want, you can generalize both the sides. Okay, so next. So your homework is, I will just add the elements. Okay, I'll just add the elements. So today's homework is, you should do this operation and count. They are very easy. You'll get to know very easily about this. Okay, so you have to do all this operation. I'll just give this elements or the entries for you. Okay, so today's homework is that you have to neatly perform these tasks. Okay, from interested till clear, you have to follow or do all this. So today's homework is that. Okay, so next let us add elements, that is tm dot put method of double 1.0, we can take as a double 1.0 we shall take, and here shall give the data null. Okay, we shall give null because values can be null. htm dot put method of 5.0 or 5.0, and here we shall take a string called as boolean. Boolean is a string currently here. Next, tm dot put method of 7.0, and here we shall go for double. tm dot put method of again 3.0, and here character. Okay, now you already know this will be sorted based on the keys. Okay, now I will just print the tm. We shall find 1 null, 3 character, 5 boolean, and 7 pointer double. Okay, let us see here. Okay, So 1.0 null, 3.0 character, 5.0 boolean, and 7.0 double. Okay. Now, so what if the elements are not of comparable type? So tm dot put method of 2, comma 2, comma we shall take a integer. Okay. Now let us execute the code. Let us run the code. Okay. So here, okay, we are getting error. What are we getting? Unresolved comparison type. And here we are having 2, which has to be 2.0. So we are getting a error. Suppose if you take this off and okay, so we shall give string. Okay. Now, okay, we're getting the same. We're getting error. So we are getting compile time error because the arguments are not matching. Okay. So I will give null. It is accepting, but let us execute. What are we getting? Null pointer exception. So why are we getting null pointer exception? Because in the tree map, key cannot be null, but value can be null, key cannot be null. So we are getting a null pointer exception here. We shall comment it. So we'll get null pointer exception. We shall get. Okay, next. So yeah. So this is about your tree map. And all the operations what I have performed here, no? All these operations, all these tasks you guys have to do from line number 16 to line number 32. Everything should be written by you guys. Okay. Now, this is about tree map. I've just added elements. Remaining tasks, the same methods are there. Apply some values and you guys do it. Okay. So, tree map is done. Now, let us go for your next one. That is okay. So, that is hash table. The next one is hash table. Okay. So the next class is child class is hash table class. Okay. So hash table is also a concrete implementing class of map interface. Hash table also a concrete implementing class of map interface. Map interface. Okay. Here also insertion order is not maintained. Insertion order is not maintained. Okay. And here the key and a value both cannot be null. Both cannot be null. Okay. Key and value both cannot be null. If they are null, suppose if key and value both are null or any one is null or both are null, you shall get a null pointer exception. You shall get a null pointer exception. Okay, both key and the values gives a null pointer exception in case if you have taken a key or a value as a null. Okay, if you have taken key and value as a null, we shall get a null pointer exception. Okay, so this is it. And here one more thing in hash table, from all the methods, inbuilt methods of map interface are inherited. Okay, inbuilt methods of map interface. Okay. So other than that, all features of map are there. All the features of map are there, and this is the difference here. Okay. So let us get this into our program. It's very easy. Okay, it's not like collection hierarchy. Map hierarchy is very easy. Nothing much to do here. Okay. Next we shall go for hash table program. Okay, so in the hash table, let us take a main method first. Okay, let us take a main method. Now here let us import java dot util dot hash table. Okay, now let us create an object for hash table. Hash table, a key we can take as an integer. I'm taking integer and a string here. You can take whatever values, whatever wrapper class objects you want, you can take. But make sure we should not have a data type. We should not have a primitive data type. Okay, we can have a wrapper objects, but we should not have primitive data types. Reference hash table, that is ht, is equal to new hash table of new hash table of normal constructor. So next here, so variable ht dot put method of, okay, we shall go for 4 comma, okay, mango. Next ht dot put method of 1 comma dragon fruit. Okay, next ht dot put method of 5 comma muskmelon. Next ht dot put method of 2 comma, what fruit we shall give. Next ht dot put of 3 comma, okay, so we shall go for pineapple. Okay, next ht dot put method of 1 comma, we shall go for more fruit. Okay, 1 we have already taken, so 1 2 3 4 5, shall take 6. Okay, 6 we shall go for one more fruit, that is kiwi. Okay, so these are the fruits which we have added, and we shall go for ht. We shall go for ht. So we shall get everything in a proper manner. Okay, so but if you see here, we will get everything in a descending order. Okay, so hash table itself will give in a descending order. That is by inbuilt. Okay, that is by inbuilt we shall get. Okay, so here starting from 6 5 4 3 2 1. Okay, so in reverse you will get it. Okay, there is no separate logic to do this, but here in reverse you will get. In normal way, if you want to get, you can go for other two. Okay, here we shall get the data in reverse key set values. Okay, and remaining homework for these two classes. For tree map also implement those methods, and hash map also implement those methods. They are easy, that is why I am giving you. Okay, so these do go through, do apply them in the tree map as well as in the hash table. Okay, so excuse me. So here that's all about your map hierarchy. So map hierarchy is very easy. Okay, and this is how we have learned your map hierarchy, and that's all about your map hierarchy. Okay, so I hope it's very easy. Actually, I hope you guys are clear. Yeah, hash map is done. hash map, tree map, and a hash table. 3 are also done. Okay. So see the hash map methods and do with the tree map and hash table. Okay. Are you guys clear with the map? So introduction for map I have already given in the last class. Okay. I hope you guys remember. Are you guys clear with the program? Okay, guys. Fine. Okay. Okay. Suppose I am giving you one file. Okay. Suppose I'm giving you one file. Okay. Now, what you will do with that file? Yes, guys. Any guesses? What you will do? I am just giving you one file. What you will do with the file? Tell me. Yes. What you will do with the file? I have given you one file. Okay. What you will do with the file? Save it. Okay. And after that, handle, keep it. Okay. And assume I have kept some papers and given you. What you will do? I have kept few papers. Okay, your mark ratings. I have kept that. Okay, I have kept mark ratings in that file, and I have shared that file with you. What you guys will do? Multiplying by double. No. Yes. Open it and see. Obviously, don't trust me. Okay. I'm just kidding. Okay. So here, suppose I'm giving you one file. Okay. Suppose I'm giving you one file. Okay. So one file has been given to you. Okay. Suppose one file has been given to you. One file has been given to you, a beautiful file. Okay. Now, okay. So on that file, I have written mock rating. Final mock rating. So if the file is given, I'm 100% sure you will open the file. First thing is you will open the file. You will open the file. First thing, you will open the file. Okay, you will do these all operations. Okay, I'm telling you, you will surely do. These are the operations you will do. First, you'll open the file. Next, you will read the data from that file. Read the data from the file. Read the data from the file. Third one, we shall suppose you didn't like the mock rating which I have given. Okay, what you will do? You will try to change. Okay, I've already updated here. Okay, so if you change also, it doesn't matter. But what you will do? You will try to edit. Okay, that means you're writing the data. I know you're good persons, good people, you will not do that. Okay, so writing the data into the file. Okay, writing the data into the file is a third task you can do. And fourth thing, after opening a file, you have to close that file. You have to close the file. Okay, after opening a file, you have to close the file. Okay, so these are the different operations. These are the different operations you can perform on a file. These are the different operations we can perform on a file. Opening a file, reading the data from the file, writing the data into the file, and closing the file. Closing the file or close the file, anything. Now, these are the tasks which we will do. Okay, and here for doing these operations, okay, doing these operations is called as file handling. What we are doing? We are handling a file. By doing all these tasks, we are handling a file, handling this file. Okay, so we call this as a file handling. File handling. Now we have stepped into our file handling concept. File handling concept. So file handling is a process wherein you will perform a different operation such as uh, like opening a file, reading the data from the file, writing the data into the file, and closing a file. So these operations you will do on a file, and that is called as file handling. File handling. Okay. And for file handling, okay, our Java provides a stream. Java provides a stream which makes these operations very effective and faster. Okay, for doing file handling, our Java provides a stream. Stream means it's a flow of data. Stream means usually what means what? Stream means what? It's a flow of water. Flow of water we call it as a stream. But here when we are handling a file, flow of data, all data, here data, here data, data, okay, data. So here, so it's a stream of data. Okay. So here in normal words, stream means it's a flow of water, but in Java, stream means it's a continuous flow of data. Continuous flow of data. Continuous flow of data. Okay. Java provides a stream for making these operations, whatever we have studied now, no, making these operations very effective or efficient and fast. Efficient, fast. Okay, using our Java streams, we can do these four operations very efficiently and very fastly we can do. Okay, for that we need a help of a stream. Okay, and here we do all these operations with a inbuilt package called as java.io package. Java.io package. IO means input output. Java.input output package. We do these operations, okay, with the help of java.io package. And you should know stream means continuous flow of data. Stream means it's a continuous flow of data. So how this stream works? When I tell continuous flow of data, how does it work? Okay, now let us see. So here, now let us see how reading the input and processing the output in a standard way works. Okay, so that we'll come to know what's happening. Okay, so we'll see how to read an input and process the output in a standard way. Okay, now we shall learn how to read input, okay, and how to process the output in a standard way. Okay, now suppose, okay, whatever data we read, okay, it is from the file. From the file only we shall read the data. Okay, and through the console also we can take the input. Through the console, with the help of file, the code inside the file also will help, and the console also will help. Okay, and we can consider this file and console as a source. Okay, and through the input stream, okay, through the input stream only, okay, data will flow in the form of bytes. Data will flow in the form of bytes and then goes to our Java application. Java application wherever it wants to implement it. Then after that processes everything, and then from the output stream, okay, from the output stream we shall go towards the destination. Okay, destination, here currently our destination is going into the file. Okay, like whatever the data is there, we have to process that output into the file. Okay, and here we can get that output on the console also. Okay, so this is how we can read the input and we can process the output. This is how we can read the input and process the output. process the output in a standard way. Okay, next. Now let us see hierarchy of input stream. Okay, so hierarchy of input stream. Hierarchy of input stream. So input stream is like you can take or read the input. Okay, you can read the input from the stream. Now let us see the hierarchy of it. So in the hierarchy of input stream, we have a input stream in the top, that is it's a parent. Input stream is a abstract class. It's an abstract class. Okay, and we have three subclasses for it. That is file input stream. Okay, next filtered input stream and object input stream. So these are the three streams which is present in input stream. We can take a file input stream, we can take a filtered input stream, and we can take a object input stream. Okay, now here in the filtered input stream we have buffered input stream. Buffered input stream. Buffered input stream. This is the hierarchy of input stream. Okay, so input stream is a abstract class. Input stream is a abstract class. So all the inbuilt abstract methods will be inherited to the child classes. Will be inherited to the child classes. And here this input stream is the supermost class of input stream hierarchy. This input stream is the supermost class of input stream hierarchy. Supermost class of input stream hierarchy. Okay, and we have few methods which we have to learn here. Okay, in the input stream, see here we shall learn only about file input stream, and all these others, I mean buffered input, we will learn later here only. But this filtered and object we will learn in upcoming classes, like in advanced classes we shall learn this. Here you will not learn. We will learn only file input stream and buffered input stream and buffered output stream. Okay, so here now let us learn about the inbuilt methods of input stream. So input stream methods of input stream. Methods of input stream. Okay, so the methods are, there is a method called as read method. There is a method called as read method. This read method will read. Okay, suppose we have some data. Hi, how are you? Suppose we have data, hi, how are you, in a file. Okay, now this read method will read the first letter. Okay, this read method will read the first letter and it will return the ASCII value. Okay, and if when a read method is reading the data in the file, when read method is reading the data in the file, if in the file there is no data, if there is no data, this read method, instead of returning ASCII value, it will return -1. Okay, read method, what it will do, whatever data is there, first letter, one time if you are going for read method, first letter it will read and it will return the ASCII value, because the return type of read is int. Okay, public int read method. Public int read method, this is the abstract. This is the abstract method. Okay, now here public int read method we have. Okay, here it also throws IO exception, throws input output exception. Okay, we might get an exception in the input also, we might get an exception in the output also. Okay, now public int read method we have. Now int read method throws IO exception, and this method, that read method, is used to read a character from the file, and if there is no data present, it will return a -1. it will return a -1. Okay, this is about read method. Next method, available method. Available method. This is available method and return type is int. Public int available method. It also throws IO exception. Throws IO exception and here. So what this method will do? Available method will return a estimated bytes, estimated number of bytes, estimated number of bytes of data present in the file, estimated number of bytes of data present in the file, present in the file. So here this available method will return a estimated number of bytes of data present in the file. So in the file, how many data is present? Suppose we shall tell good morning. Good morning. Okay, so how many letters we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is also considered as the space, also is data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So here we have 11 bytes of memory. This available method will return 11 bytes of memory. Available method will return a 11 bytes of memory. 11 bytes of memory will be 11 bytes of memory will be returned to the user. Okay, so available method will estimate the number of bytes of data present in the file and it will provide the exact data. Okay, next method name is close method. Close method, it also throws IO exception, input output exception, and here the return type is void, public void. Okay, the close method we already know. Close what for we use? To close the file. To close the file. Close method is used to close the file. Used to close the file. Okay, next. So let us understand about your file input stream. Okay, file input stream. So we have learned about input stream. Okay, till now we have learned about input stream. Now let us understand the first child, that is file input stream. File input stream. Okay, now in the file input stream, in the file input stream here. Okay, here. This is a concrete implementing class of input stream. Okay, this file input stream is a class. Okay, and it's a concrete implementing class of input stream. Concrete implementing class of input stream. Okay, and we shall also create an object for this, like file input. We can create object obviously, and we can also create constructor. So file input stream of here. We shall write the path of the file. Here within double quotes, we shall write the path of the file. Okay. So file input stream. Here we have a constructor, and here we shall write the path of the file. We shall write the path of the file. Okay. Now here what we're gonna do is we shall perform an operation. Okay. Excuse me. So we shall perform an operation. The operation or the task is to read. Okay, to read one character from the file. To read one character from the file. This is our first program. Okay. Now using file handling, we shall read how to read. We shall know how to read. We shall know how to read. We shall know how to read the first character or one character from the file. One character from the file. Okay. Now, so what we shall do is, now let us get into our code now. Okay, let us get into our code and we shall learn how we have to do it. So we shall go to Eclipse and now we shall go for your file handling. Let us create one package first under src. Under src, let us create one package. Okay, so package name we shall give as file handling. Okay, so before that we shall do is, once again, okay, one second, we shall delete the files first because we have to create it from the first. Um, just a minute. Okay, so already we have created a file, but let us go here first and delete it, because see, this is done for the previous class. Okay, okay, let it be. Now we have created a file handling package. Under that we shall create one class. So should tell file handling demo or file handling program. Okay, we shall go for file input stream demo because we'll be using that file input stream demo or program or whatever. Okay, class name we can type whatever. Now what we have to do is, here we shall take a main method, and now shall start with our creating an object for file input stream. File input stream is used to read the data from the file. File input stream is used to read the data from the file. And what we are doing here, our task is to read one character from the file. To read one character from the file. Okay, now we have a main method. Now see guys, already whatever like file input we take, file output we take. So if you use file, okay, it will throw input output exception. And methods of input stream, if you're taking also, it will throw input output exception. So it's a checked exception. Since it is a checked exception, we have to handle it first. We have to handle with a try and catch. So inside try, you can create an object for file input stream. File input stream. Okay. And it's in java.io package. So IO package members always gives exception. Okay. Now, so file input stream variable fin is equal to, we'll create an object. So file input stream of, now we shall give path of the file. We shall give path of the file here. Okay. Now file input stream we have. Now we shall give path here. So always you have to give the path of the file. Always you have to give the path of the file within double quotes only. So first we shall mention the drive, C drive. Okay. C drive. We have to go for colon. Backslash means we are going forward, and we shall go for one file handling folder. Okay, we shall go for one file handling folder. Now going further, okay, we have taken one king and queen file. We shall take the same. So shall go for king file. Okay, king.txt file. Okay, so in the C drive, we shall go to a file handling folder, and from in that folder we shall go for one text document called as king.txt. You can take whatever name you want. Okay, now, so now here let us go for the catch block wherein here we shall, if the path of the file is not present, no, if the path which we have mentioned is not present, if it is not present, we shall get a file not found exception. File not found exception. Okay. So after that we will tell that whatever the path you have mentioned, the path is incorrect. Path is incorrect. And we have to also take a catch block because we might also get a input output exception. We might also get input output exception. Input output exception. Okay. Now, so here, so if we get input output exception, we shall tell something went wrong. Okay, something went wrong. Now here we have a path of the file. Okay, here we have a path of the file here, that is C file handling king.txt. Now let us run the code. Okay, what are we getting? Path is incorrect. Why are we getting path is incorrect? Because whatever the path we have mentioned is not there. Right now it is not there. Whatever the path we have mentioned here, it is not there. Okay, it is not there. So the path is incorrect. The path is incorrect. That is why we are getting path is incorrect if the file is not found. File is not found because we don't have the file with this name on the C drive. Okay. Now what we shall do? We shall go create one file here. Go for C drive, whatever drive we want to take. Okay, I am going to C drive. C drive. Now right click, go for new, go for creating a folder. I'm going to tell you once again how to create a folder here. Okay, so first select drive. Okay, and right click, new folder. Here already we have now created a folder. Folder name we shall take it as file handling. So file handling is a folder. Double tap on that, double click on that, and right click, new, shall go create one text document. Okay, so we have created king.txt. Okay, in the text document format, that is, okay, we shall edit the name. It's already in text format, so we shall just write king. Already it's in a text format, we shall just write king. Okay, so king.txt, in a .txt format, text format it is present. Here we have a file, and now we don't have anything in that file. Okay, we don't have anything in that file. Now what we shall do here? In the king file, we don't have anything. We don't have any data. We don't have any data. Now we shall give one data here, and we shall write a code to read the data. Now we shall write a data here, and we shall write a code to read the data. Okay. Now here we shall write the data. Here write the data. I am the king. I am the king. Okay. Okay. What is the data we have here? I am the king. Okay. So how to increase the format size, the font size is control plus. If you want to increase, control plus. If you want to decrease, control minus. Okay. In the text, in the notepad, if you want to increase or decrease size, go for control with plus to increase, control with minus to decrease. Okay. Next, here in the king, we have saved I am the king. We have to save it. Control S is to save. Control S is to save. So we have the data I am the king. Okay, let it be. We have the data I am the king inside this file. Now what happens is, now we shall read the first letter from that file. Okay, now what we will do is, okay, So what we will do is, first we shall check how many number of bytes of memory it has. Now if you read the data here, okay, if you read the data, okay, so I am the king, around 15 I guess. Okay, so if you want to know how many number of bytes of memory it has, shall go for fin dot available method. So available method will return a estimated number of bytes of memory here. Okay, so it has 14. Okay, it has 14 bytes of memory. Okay, whatever the data we have written, no, it has 14 characters or 14 bytes of memory it has. Okay, next, suppose if you want to read the first letter, which is our program destination. Our program is to read one character from the file. Okay, so we have read estimated number of bytes of memory, and we shall also read the first character. Shall go for read method. Shall go for read method. Now we shall go for read method. Now if we execute, you'll get a one number. You get a number. Okay. So guys, ASCII value of I is 73. Okay. ASCII value of I. ASCII value of I is 73. 73. ASCII value of I is 73. Okay. So I am the king. So first letter ASCII value is 73. Okay. So here, see, we don't want ASCII value. What we want? We want character. We don't want ASCII value. We want a character. So what we will do is, for this fin.read, we shall do typecasting. We shall do typecasting and we shall do narrowing here. So char to int it is easy to do, but into to char, here we are doing. So ASCII is in the form of int. Okay, into to char we are converting. Into to char we are converting. Into to char we are converting. Okay. Now, so here we have char of fin dot read. So now it will give you the first letter or first character it will give. Okay. Now, so here we have I. Here we have I. Okay. Here we have I. Now, here, if you are reading the first character and if you're typecasting it, you shall get the first character. If you are not typecasting, that is, you're not doing narrowing, you will get a ASCII value. But we don't want ASCII value. Instead, we want a special, character of it. We want a character. We don't want ASCII value. So only we are doing narrowing here. Okay, after doing narrowing, we are printing it. So we shall get a character. Okay, so since you have opened the file here, we should also have to close the file. So fin dot close method. fin dot close method. Okay, so close method is used to close the file. Close method is used to close the file. Okay, now, so this is your output. Okay, now let us see the output here. So 14 and I. Okay, this is a small program wherein to find, okay, a first character. Okay, to read one character from the file. This is how we will read. Okay, so yes guys, this is how we read one character from the file. Are you guys clear with the program, everyone? You guys came to know how to read a data from the file. Everybody is clear? Okay guys, fine. Okay, now let us go for one more operation. Okay, excuse me, let us go for one more operation. So in that operation, we shall read a complete data from the file. So let us create one more class for that. Okay, let us read one more class, that is file input stream demo1, file input stream demo1. Okay, here we shall take a main method. Here we shall take a main method, and whatever we have to do with the try and catch only. Okay, whatever we have to do within try and catch, because we will get an exception for sure. So even here our work is, okay, our work is to read the complete data from the file. To read the complete data from the file, we are going for this program. So same thing, we will take the path of the file. Okay, we shall take the path of the file here. Same thing here also, we shall see what is the we can also see estimated number of bytes, but we shall copy this path. Okay, next we shall paste it here. Now this is our path of file. Now, so as we know here, here we use read method to read the first data or first character from the file. Use read method to read or to get the first ASCII value or the character from the file. First ASCII value or character from the file. Okay, now here. So fin dot read method will read one letter of first ASCII value. Okay, now if it is reading, the ASCII values will be given, and that ASCII values we shall store in one variable R. Fin.read method, it has read the first ASCII value of the first character. First character ASCII value, this fin.read method has read, and it is stored in int R. Okay, variable R, which is of int type, we have stored it. Next, what we have to do? See guys, we have the data. Okay, let me tell you how it works. So here, listen carefully everyone. So here what happens is, okay, so when you have the data, I am the king. Okay, now first time what happens, read method will come, it will read the first letter, it takes the ASCII values and go off. One time if it is coming, it will read one only, but repeatedly if you're doing, first time it will read I, next time it will read space, next time A, next time M, next space, next T, H, E, space, K, I, N, G, exclamatory, and next. So when it is trying to read empty, it will return -1. When it is trying to return, empty, I mean when it's trying to accessing empty, okay, that time it will return -1. When there is no data left to read, when there is no data, empty, okay, when it is empty, this read method will return -1. Read method will return -1. Okay, the same logic. So what we shall do is, we shall take a while loop, okay, and we shall check. We have to keep reading, starting from here till the data. We have to keep reading. Okay, we have to keep reading until the R is -1. The second R is -1, we shall exit from the while loop. So while should not be equal to while, I mean R, the variable R which is there should not be equal to -1. So it should not be equal to -1. If it is -1, we shall exit from the while. Okay. If it is a -1, we shall exit from the while. But from the I, okay, from the I, we should start reading. Okay. So for reading, what we have to do here, now let us see in the code. Okay, here now what we shall do here is, we shall read one code. The code is while loop of until R not equals to -1 only, this will work. When R is -1, this will not work. Now what we shall do, we shall convert this R to char type. Shall convert These are to char type because we want character, not ASCII values. Okay. Then after this, we shall reinitialize again because see here, if we don't update, see here we have initialization condition, okay, and we are printing the data here. We don't have update part. If we don't have update part, this will keep repeating. It will go into loop. Okay. Now what we have to do, we have to reinitialize this. Okay, we have to update it. For any loop, updation is very important. So we shall update that. So every time the loop executes, we have to keep reading. We have to keep reading. Okay. Now here. So when r is not equal to -1, you have to keep reading every data, and so every time you have to go to a next position. Okay, by default, when you go for while loop, read method will read the data, and by default it will go to next position. By default it will go to next position, and how many times read we use, that many times it will go to next position and search for the element. Okay, ASCII value will be returned. Okay, ASCII value will be returned. That ASCII value is converted into a character using char data type. Okay, using char data type. Okay, ASCII value is converted into character. Okay, so this updation is needed. Okay, or else loop will go to infinite loop. Next, here also we might get the same exceptions. Here also we might get the same exceptions. Okay, so that is why we shall copy this there. We shall copy the same exceptions. Okay, if file is not found, we shall tell path is not correct. If you are getting any input output exception, we shall tell something went wrong. Something went wrong. Okay, now here we shall read the complete data from the file. Now here we shall read the complete data from the file. In the output you will get I am the king exclamatory marks. So since we are using in print statement, we are getting like this println. So now we'll use the print statement. Okay. So here what is the data we're getting? I excuse me. So I am the king. I am the king. Okay. So king is telling in the king file text document we have the data I am the king. I am the king here. Okay. Next. This is how we read the complete data from the file. Okay. I hope you guys have understood. ASCII changing concept repeater. See guys, that's very simple. See, read method will read a data. Okay. Suppose whatever data I am the king is there. Now it will read. It will return ASCII value. It will return an integer only. It will return integer. Read method will read the first character if you're using. It will return ASCII value. It will return ASCII value only. That is in the form of int type. So we don't want it in the form of int type. We want it in the character type. So we have taken char. You should know. Okay, you should know. In increase or order of the data type, byte, short, char, int. Okay, so char to int is widening, and compiler will implicitly perform this widening. So we shall call it as auto widening. So we shall call this as auto widening. Why? Character to integer, it is character to int, it is a widening. So only whatever we are taking here, I mean char to int is widening. Okay, it is auto widening, but here we are doing a into to char. Into to char, we are doing narrowing. So for narrowing, here compiler will not do. Okay, what we have to do? We have to use typecast operator. We have to use typecast operator. So we have to use typecast operator, and that is what we did here. What we have done? Typecast operator, that is char. Why we have done? Because we want char as an input. We don't want any ASCII value or integer value. We will need, okay, we will need a character. So we have gone for this typecast operator called as char. Okay, clear, Preeti? And everybody, are you clear with this program? How to read the complete data from the file? Okay, yes guys, Fine. Okay. So next, we have to also learn about output stream. Input stream itself is not enough. Output stream, see, input stream, using input stream, we can read the data from the file. Input stream, okay, we can read the data from the file. Read the data from the file. Okay, next. Output stream is used to write the data into the file. Write the data into the file. Input stream is used to read the data from the file. Output stream is used to write the data into the file. Write the data into the file. Okay. So let us learn about output stream. Okay. Output stream is an abstract class. Okay. Output stream is an abstract class. And it is the supermost parent class for all output stream of bytes. It's a supermost parent class for all output stream of bytes. Okay. Next, now let us write the hierarchy. Actual hierarchy we shall write. The hierarchy of output stream is, first you have to write output stream. This is a supermost class of all the output stream of bytes. Okay. Now we have output stream. Under that we have three subclasses, that is file output stream, filtered output stream, then comes object output stream. Then comes here buffered output stream. Okay. Now see, output stream we'll learn about file output stream, we'll learn about buffer output stream. These two in future. Okay. So this is the hierarchy, and now let us learn about the inbuilt methods of the output stream. Okay. Methods of output stream. So methods of output stream are the method write of int we have write of byte array we have. Okay, so these are the two methods. It throws IO exception. Both of the methods throws IO exception. Okay, and here this write method, okay, write method is used to write the data into the file. Write methods are used to write the data into the file. Okay, and here this file output stream. Just a guys, 1 minute. Excuse me, guys. Okay, so we were talking about the methods of the output stream. Okay, so we have two methods: write of int, write of byte array. Write of int and write of byte array. These two are used to write the data into the file. Okay, And there is one more method called as flush method. Okay, this flush method, okay, is in the printwriter class. Okay, it is used to flush the stream. Flush the stream. Okay, see why we have to flush the stream of stream of data. Why we have to flush it? Flush it means what? Whatever the remaining data is there, that also should come out. Okay, that has to should be visible. Suppose you want all the data in the file to be visible. Okay, you will flush everything out. Okay, you'll flush everything out. So everything will be flushed out. Okay, so here this flush method doesn't accept any argument, but it is present in the printwriter class in Java, which is used to flush the stream. Okay, by flushing the stream, it means that to clear the stream, to clear the stream. Okay, here any element, okay, any element is present, any element that may be present inside the stream or may not be present inside the stream, everything will be flushed out or cleared out. Okay, so that is why we use flush method. Okay, and next we shall see what is file output stream. File output stream. Okay, file output stream is a concrete implementing class of concrete implementing class of concrete implementing class of output stream class. Okay, file output stream is a concrete implementing class of output stream class. Okay, now we also have a constructor here. Okay, the constructor is excuse me, that is file output stream of, here we shall write a path and semicolon. File output stream of path and semicolon. Okay, so this is your constructor. And now what we shall do here is, one program we shall do. Okay, last program. Here we will read one string from the user, one string from the user we will read. Okay, and we will change the string to a bytes of memory. We shall change the string to bytes of memory with the help of getBytes method. Okay, see guys, I hope you remember this method. This is the method while we are solving string programs. We left this last method. And I told you that you will see this method. In a file handling concept. So getBytes method is used to convert the given string to a byte array. It will convert into bytes. Okay, that is why we use getBytes method. GetBytes methods is used to convert string into a bytes of memory or bytes. Why? Because see, if you want to give input to the file, you have to give the bytes. If you want to take out the output from the file, it has to be in the form of bytes. If you want to give input to the file, it has to be in the form of bytes. If you want to give out the output, of the file, you have to go for bytes only. Okay, using bytes we can communicate with the file. Using bytes we shall communicate with the file. Okay, we shall communicate with the file with the help of bytes. Okay, now let us go for the program, and we shall read a string from user and change it to bytes of memory using getBytes method, and we shall store the data in one more file. Okay, so we shall store the data in one more file. So we shall do it. Okay, we shall create one class, that is file output stream demo. File output stream demo. Okay, so we shall take main method here. Now here our aim is to read a string from the user and change it to bytes using get bytes method from string. Okay, to take the string data from user and write into a file, write into a new file. This is our main aim. Okay, so we'll read a string data from the user. Okay, we'll read a data string or string data from the user and we shall write into a file. Okay, now we shall go for taking input from user. Okay, so if we want to take input from user, we shall go for import java.util.scanner class. Okay, and we shall create an object for scanner class. Scanner sc is equal to new scanner of system.in system.in. Okay, now we shall ask user enter the data to write inside file. Enter the data to write inside the file. Okay, so if you want to write the data inside the file, okay, now what we have to do here, we have to take a string because we told we'll be taking string type data, so we'll take string. So here string str is equal to here ac dot next next line method. Next line method. So next line method is used to take more data. Okay, it will accept more data. Next, see guys, I told you whatever data we take from user, it has to be first changed into a byte array. Okay, so it has to be changed into bytes memory. Bytes, it has to be changed into bytes. So what we will do, we will change this to bytes. So we shall go for str.getBytes method. Okay, so what this method will do, encodes the string into sequence of bytes using platform deferred cache, storing the result in a new byte array. So here using getBytes method, we shall convert this string to a bytes. Okay, we shall convert this string into a bytes and we shall store in a byte array. Byte array we shall store. We shall store this data in a byte array. We shall store this data in a byte array. Now, after storing this data in a byte array, okay, now we shall create an object for the file output string. So since we shall get a exception, we shall handle it first and we use. Okay, so within the try, we shall write an object. Okay, file output stream. Okay, so here f out is equal to new file output stream and path. We shall write a path here in double quote c colon slash file finding. We shall create one file called as queen.txt document. Queen.txt. Okay, so now here we shall get the same exceptions, file not found and IO exception. Now here what we shall do is, okay, we shall take effort of write method. Okay, so when we take effort dot write variable, here we take the data variable because in data we have byte array. In the data we have byte array and that byte array will be taken from the write method and now it will be sent through the effort into this file. Through the effort it will be sent into this file. It will be sent into this file. It will be sent into this file. Okay. Now, after sending it into this file, next, what we have to do? We have to get a confirmation. Okay. We have to get a confirmation that the data has been written successfully into the file. Data has been written successfully into the file. The data has been written. The data has been written successfully into the file. We have to see. Okay. After that, after writing the data has been written successfully into the file, next we have to close the file. We have to close the file. That is so fo dot, just a minute. Excuse me. Okay. So lastly, what you have to do? F4 dot, you have to close the file. You have to close the file. Okay. So now one file will be created, and now we shall write the data into that file. So whatever data we enter, no, that will be stored into that new file. Okay. Now what data we'll enter is, we'll enter here is the queen. Okay. For the king we told I am the king. For the queen we are telling here is the queen. So what we are checking here, the data has been written successfully into the file. See guys, we have not created this file. Queen.txt we have not created. We have created only king.txt. But if you see here, the queen.txt has already been created. Okay, the queen.txt document has already been created. How? See, when you create a file to read, okay, data, inside that folder, by default, you can create how many other files you want. In that folder, after creating one file, you can create any number of files. Okay, that is why we just mentioned, we didn't go there and create. Okay, we have just mentioned here queen.txt, it got created. So now here we have entered the data. Here is the queen, and we got the confirmation the data has been written successfully into the file. The data has been written successfully into the file. Okay, now here, after the data has been written successfully into the file, we shall go to the path of the file. In the king we have the data, I am the king. Okay, but in the queen we will have the data, here is the queen. Are you seeing the data here? Here is the queen. This data we have taken as an input from user. And here, this is how we shall write the data into the file. We have taken a string from the user. Okay, we have taken a string from the user, and we have written that into the file. We have written the data into the file. Okay, so this is how we shall write a data into the file. So we will take the data from the user and we will write it into a new file. Okay, this is how we shall do it. Okay, so you guys are clear with this program? Are you guys clear with this? Everybody understood how to take input from user and how to write that into the file? Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, guys, that's it for today, and you'll be having these programs in your QTalk. Make sure you go through them, practice the programs. Okay. Have a great evening, guys. Take care. Bye bye. Yes, Samiksha, tomorrow is last. Okay, Sanket, good night.